Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to strongly support this motion, but I wish to seek... Sorry, Mr. Speaker, let me swallow my words. I rise to strongly second this motion. And Mr. Speaker, before I give reasons why I'm seconding, I'm seeking for your protection. Mr. Speaker, I have been thrown out of my position where I normally sit. Mr. Speaker, you can see my kid sister, much as she likes me very much. She's seated on my seat. I don't know where I'm supposed to sit. I am the chief whip of the government. My seat is supposed to be there. What are you doing? Can you please protect me? I want my seat back. When I'm not there, I don't think very well, Mr. Speaker.
And I second the motion. I will protect you.
So, Mr. Speaker, looking at the composition of the distinguished senators who have found their way.
Get this point of order from Senator Okongo Mugeni.
You know, Mr. Speaker, this is the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. And you cannot shut your eyes to what is happening this afternoon. Mr. Speaker, as I contribute, the person who is supposed to be minority has moved to the other side, majority side. My minority leader, his deputy is already on the other side. Mr. Speaker, you know, we are all leaders in this country. We are all leaders in this country. And we cannot proceed with the business of the House with confusion, Mr. Speaker. We are a country, Mr. Speaker, we are a country that is governed by the rule of law. States that have fallen, Mr. Speaker, have started by ignoring court orders or the rule of law. Mr. Speaker, before we proceed, we need clarification. I need clarification, Mr. Speaker, on the implication of the High Court judgment that has clarified the composition of leadership in the two houses, Mr. Speaker, so that before we debate the motion that has been moved by my friend, majority leader.
I've had your clarification what you want. So can I give you the clarification?
The point I'm making, Mr. Speaker, is that the implication of that judgment impacts on the position of majority and minority in this House, Mr. Speaker. And we are going to send a statement out there whether we are a country that wants to abide by the rule of law, respect court orders, or we want to slow
So which
degenerate.
court order are you referring to, touching on the Senate?
It's common knowledge.
We are not aware.
I can table
The chair
it.
is not aware of any court order
Mr.
concerning the
Speaker,
Senate.
are you the only stranger in Jerusalem, Mr.
Can
Speaker?
you have your seat now?
This is common knowledge, Mr. Speaker.
Can you have your seat, Senator Mugeni?
The court order is known to everybody. That's why, Mr. Speaker, that's why this afternoon, Mr. Speaker, you can see
Can you have your seat now?
the minority have become the majority, Mr. Speaker. The person sitting next to me here, Mr. Speaker.
When I request the senator to...
Mr. Speaker, I can table that decision before the House. I can table the decision before the House, Mr. Speaker. No, it's online. I just need to send it. I have it. I have the decision here. I'm digital, Mr. Speaker. I can table the decision.
So, Senator Mugeni, I think you are... Let us not waste precious time. This is our first day here, and we didn't need to do some work. Let me give you guidance on what you requested. Senator Mugeni, I want to give you guidance that there is no court ruling or anything touching on the Senate. Absolutely touching on the Senate, nothing. You are senior legal counsel, and I don't know where this ruling came from. Yeah? So, Senator Boni Khalwale, proceed and...
Yes, Mr. Speaker, allow me to thank you. Allow me to thank you for that guidance. This House has gained a lot of respect in the country. And therefore, the guidance you're giving Mr. Speaker, I invite you to be even bolder and ask our colleagues who have migrated to the majority side to go back and take their seats, because the proper position, Mr. Speaker,
Senator Boni Khalwale, if you go even to the standing orders, if you consult the standing orders, senators have free sitting. You can sit here anywhere. There's free sitting.
Thank you, Speaker.
The
Mr. Speaker,
minority leader
indeed.
is on my chair, and I'm not bothered. You can spend even the whole month. I have no problem. I can sit any side.
Mr. Speaker, indeed you are right. As
So
I have said,
proceed and second this motion.
yes, I'm seconding Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, be patient with me. We came here to guide the country when, leader of the majority, we came here to guide the country when opinion divides the country. So just allow me in 2 minutes to make my point, and then I conclude my seconding. And the point is, since you have correctly interpreted what took place in court, that there were no orders against the composition of the leadership of the Senate, and given that there are designated seats in this House, like the Speaker's chair where you are seated, it is a seat in this House. Just because the standing orders say a senator can sit anywhere doesn't invite senators to go and sit where the Speaker is seated. So because these seats are designated, let members sit wherever they want. But we as leadership, we sit where we are supposed to sit. We cannot be in a country run by social media, Mr. Speaker. I am very serious. If the courts, let me confirm, if the courts had ruled that the majority in the Senate has become the minority, I would have been the first to move to respect the courts. But because there is no such a matter, let us clear the confusion. Mr. Speaker, I second the motion that the composition be as stated. Thank you very much. Pardon?
I propose Senator Murango.